Students, welcome to the next video lecture. In the last lecture, students, we have completed the method of least squares. Now students, here in this lecture we are going to start the last concept of our chapter, and that is, students, the method of moving averages. It is which method, students? The method of moving averages. This is the method which is practically used to calculate the trend of price of shares and stocks. Especially the most important application of this method is, students, to find the trend for price of shares and stock. Now students, here you have an advantage. The detailed short note of theory of method of moving average we don't have to do from examination point of view. So students, in the method of moving averages, we have to remember two VSQs, and we have to remember the merits and limitations of this method. Students, we have to remember the merits and limitations of this method. Now, when is the method of moving average useful? The method of moving average is useful to find trend by eliminating the effect of short-term components or fluctuations. Students, the short-term components or fluctuations are regular and repetitive in nature. Their time duration of oscillation can be known from past experience or by some techniques, and then using the averages, students, we can find the trend by the method of moving averages. So students, here, when is the method of moving average useful, or in what circumstances the method of moving average is useful? The method of moving average is useful to find trend by eliminating the effect of short-term components. The short-term components are regular and repetitive in nature. Their time duration of oscillation can be known by past experience or some techniques, and then the average is found using suitable number of observations, and we get the value of trend by eliminating the effect of short-term components. This is VSQ, students, which you have to remember in the method of moving averages. Now there is a short note given in the exercise also in section D. Write a short note or describe the method of moving average. Students, this short note we don't have to study from examination point of view, but students, we have to definitely go for the merits and limitations of this method. Now in merit, students, there are 2 points. The effect of short-term components is eliminated to a large extent using these averages, and the trend of the time series is obtained. Just now I told, in this method the effect or the impact of short-term component is eliminated to a large extent, and we get trend of the time series by this method. The calculations is easy to understand as it is comparatively less and simple. We have less number of calculations, students, so here the calculations are very simple, easy to understand, short and sweet. So these are the 2 merits. Now students, limitations. The trend obtained by this method is not accurate if the interval for the moving averages is not chosen correctly. Students, moving averages are found for 3 time duration, for 4 time duration, and for 5 time duration. Say if it is yearly, then 3 yearly moving average, 4 yearly moving average, and 5 yearly moving average. Say it is the price of shares and stock, then it is 3-day moving average, 4-day moving average, or 5-day moving average. The estimates of trend for some initial and the last time periods cannot be obtained. This I will show you with the help of sums. The estimate of trend for the initial few time durations and the last time durations cannot be obtained. A specific mathematical formula is not obtained for future estimates. Students, in this method we cannot go for future estimates, students. As we don't have a trend line equation, students, in this method we cannot go or we cannot have the future estimates, students. So this is also a very important constraint, students. This is also a very important criteria. So let us summarize the three limitations once again. The trend obtained by this method is not accurate if the interval for moving averages is not chosen correctly. Then the estimates of trend for the initial time periods and for the last 1 or 2 time periods cannot be obtained. I told you this, I will show with the help of sum. And as we don't have any prescribed trend line or a formula, future estimates cannot be obtained by this method. So this question has been asked in exam. Write merits and limitations of, students, the method of moving averages. So remember this, students. Again I am telling, this is very easy method once you understand. So students, here you have to be very specific in understanding the concept. Once, students, you understand the concept, students, I don't think this method is going to be difficult. Now students, today I am going to teach you the sums of 3 yearly or for 3 time period moving averages. Let it be for 3 yearly or 3 weekly or 3 monthly or 3 days moving average. Today we are going to do the sums of only average of 3 time periods. Now try to understand the method, students. Once you understand the method, this is going to be very easy. Now let us check the first sum of exercise 4.3. Find the trend by 3 yearly moving averages from the following data about the sales in 10 lakhs rupees of a company. So variable quantity is sales, students, and sales is given in 10 lakhs rupees. So students, here all of you please try to understand. My again limitation is that I have less space to write, but once you understand, students, I assure you, you won't have any problem. Now here, students, what we can do, we can directly start with the method. There is no formula. Once you understand the technique, students, I assure you it is going to be easy. So observe, students, how I am doing the sum. Now as usual, the first year 2006 we will be calling as t is equal to 1, 7 as 2, 8 as 3 up to 2015. Whatever values of time period, students, we are having. So here, students, the column of year we have to write. Then students, we have to write the variable quantity yt, and then students, we have to write the time period. This is the sequence. Then we will write 3, it is for years, so we will make the columns accordingly. 3 yearly moving total, and then we will write 3 yearly moving average. It is very simple, students, it is very easy. So all of you please try to understand. The first column I am making is of years. 4.3, first sum, year 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014 and 2015. I suppose this is okay. Now the value of variable quantity, which is yt, sales. And that, students, I can write simply y also, or even I can write yt also. Now let us note down the values are 3, 4, 8, 3, 4, 8, 6, 7, 11, 9, 10, 14 and 12. Then students, we make the column of T, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then students, we write 3 yearly moving total. 3 yearly moving total. Students, I written in short, M stands for moving, and then 3 yearly moving average. Again, M stands for moving. Now students, all of you please try to understand. Now, as there is less space, students, I have to write with smaller handwriting. Please bear with me, students, as there is less space. Now, the first 3 values are this for time period 1, 2 and 3, and the values of y are y1, y2 and y3. Whenever it is 3 yearly moving average, or whenever it is 3 weekly, or whenever it is 3 monthly, or whenever it is for 3 days moving average, the first total you will write always against the middle observation. Now if I consider this as y1, y2 and y3, students, the middle observation will be y2. This will be the middle observation. So opposite to that, I will add these 3 values, 3, 4 and 8. So here I will write 3 plus 4 plus 8, and that is equal to 15. This all of you should understand. Whenever it is 3 yearly moving average, the first total we will write against second observation, which is y2. So if I call this as y1, y2 and y3, against y2 I will write the total of y1, y2 and y3. The totals are always written against the middle observation. Say if there are 3 observations, 2 is the middle observation. If there are 5 observations, then 3 is the middle observation, because to the left we have 2, to the right also we have 2. So whenever it is 3 yearly moving average, total will be always written against the middle observation. So in this 3, 4 and 8, these are 3 observations which I name as y1, y2 and y3. So I should start writing total opposite to y2. Clear, students? Now what we have to do? Say for the next observation, check now, next 3 observations are this. So now the next 3, I do not include y1. If I take y2, y3 and y4, so when we write the total against next succeeding value, we have to exclude the first observation and include the next observation. Students, check from 15, because now the total of these 3 will be written. So from 15, this total, I have to exclude the first value, which is 3, and I have to include the next value, which is 6. So this total will be 80. Go on removing in order now. From 18, as we have removed 3, now we will remove 4 and add 7. So it is 18 plus 3, 21. Now from 21, remove 8 and add 11. So 3, so it is 24. Now from 24 remove 6 and add 9. So this is 27. Now from 27 remove 7 and add 10. So this is 30. Now from 30 remove 11 and add 14. So this is again 33. Now from 33 we have to remove 9 and add 12. So this will be 36. So this will be dash. This will be dash. We don't have total for the first and the last value. Whenever we find 3 yearly or 3 weekly or 3 daily moving averages, students, this one has to be very careful. Once again I am explaining this, students, it is very interesting. Try to observe the rhythm. If it is 3 yearly moving average, the first 3 observations of y are considered as y1, y2 and y3. We write the total opposite to y2. So here I have written the total of first 3 observation, which is 3, 4 and 8, and that is how much? 50. That much, students, all of you must carefully understand. So whenever it is a 3 yearly moving average, we have to start the total, students, against the second observation. Now what we have to do? This two I am marking 3 and 6. Now if I am writing total against 8, so from this total I have to exclude the first value and add the next value. So I have removed 3 and have added 6, so I get 18. When I write next total, then remove 4 and add the next value, which is 7. So this total is 21. Now against this value, remove 8 and add 11. So 21 minus 8 plus 11, 24. Remove 6 and add 9. So again 27. Remove 7 and add 10. So again 30. Then from 30 remove 11 and add 14. So 33. From 33 remove 9 and add 12. After that we don't have any observation. So there will be a dash in the last and the first value. So from top remove one value and in bottom add the next value. So after 8 the next value is 6. So I have added 6 and removed 3. This is how, students, we write the totals. And now, students, we have to simply divide this totals by 3 because it is 3 yearly moving average. So this totals we have to divide by 3. So this moving average will be 15 by 3, so 5, 18 by 3, so 6, 21 by 3, so 7, 24 by 3, so 8, 27 by 3, so 9, 30 by 3, so 10, 33 by 3, so 11, 36 by 3, so 12. This is our answer. That's all. So, students, whenever we are doing a sum of 3 yearly moving average, we will not have total against the first value and the last value of y or t. Generally, students, we write total against the middle observation, so we consider y, not t. This is how, students, we have to do the sums. And that is why we have to be careful, students. Forgive me as I have less space. I cannot explain in more detail than this, students. But you can easily understand, students, if you see the example also. Example number 8, you will easily get the idea, students. Now, one more sum we are doing, and that is of section D, sum number 11. Students, section D, sum number 11, and I hope you will definitely understand. The data collected about the demand of a commodity from a store are as follows. Find the trend using 3 monthly moving average. So instead of writing 3 yearly moving total, we will write 3 monthly moving total. Else students, the concept of the question remains the same. Now students, the months are given. January, February, March up to July. So let us write in short. Section D, question number 11. Month, that is of no use in the sum, so I am writing in short. January, February, March, April, May, June and July. Then it is demand. Which we call as Y. 15, 16, 18, again 18, 23, 23 and 20. Now T. The first month, students, we call as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Let it be month or a year, students. Now instead of writing 3 yearly moving total, I will write 3 monthly moving total. 3 monthly moving total and 3 monthly moving average. Students, M stands for moving, and here I can write total. So I suppose now all of you will easily understand. Always remember, the first total is written against Y2. These 3 values we always call as Y1, Y2 and Y3. First total of 3 observations is written against this. So 15 plus 16 plus 18. This much, students, all of you carefully observe. That's all, students. This is the main part of the sum. Students, once you understand this, I don't think you should have any problem. Now this total 15 plus 16, 31 plus 18. So how much? 49. Now what we have to do? Remove 15 and add 18. So 49 minus 15 plus 18. So this total is 52. Now remove 16 and add 23. So 52 minus 16 plus 23. So this total is 59. Now remove 18 and add 23. So I have to add 5. So this is 50. This is 59. So I have to add 5. So 59 plus 5, that is 64. Now from 64 again remove 18 and add 20. 64 minus 18 plus 20. So this is how much? 66. So students, the first and last totals we will not have. Once again I am explaining, students, try to understand. This is very easy how to take totals. Remember, if it is 3 monthly or 3 yearly moving average, first total will be written against Y2. So 15 plus 16 plus 18, we have to add 3 as it is 3 monthly moving total. 15 plus 16, 31 plus 18, 49. Now remove the first observation 15 and add the next observation, which is 18. So remove 15 and add 18. 18 minus 15 is 3. So 49 plus 3, 52. Now from 52 remove 16 and add 23. 52 minus 16 plus 23, this is 7. 52 plus 7, 59. Now remove 18 and add 23. So 59 minus 18 plus 23, 59 plus 5, 64. From 64 remove 18 and add 20. So 64 plus 2. The total is 66. From top remove 1 value and from below add 1 value. This is how, students, we find the totals. Now take 3 monthly moving averages. 49 by 3. Students, so 49 by 3. Answer I am not writing, but it is 16.33. Then 52 by 3. So it is 17.33. 59 by 3. So if it is 60 by 3, it is 20. So this will be 19.67. Then 64 by 3. Isn't it? If it was, you can say 63 by 3, it is 21. So this answer will be 21.33. And last, 66 by 3. This is exactly 22. These all are our answers. Due to space constraints, students, I have not written the answers, but I have spoken orally all the answers. So this is how, students, we find, you can say, 3 monthly or 3 yearly students moving average. You have to be very careful, you have to be very precise in understanding the concept. And I advise you that before doing the sum, all of you check textual example 8. You will easily understand, students, how the sums are done. I will tell you textbook example 8, which is given on page 174. And this will make your concept very clear, or I say crystal clear. Okay, students. Now let us complete section A and section B in terms of theories of moving averages. I think 10th MCQ we have not done. Which method of finding trend is best to eliminate the effect of repetitive short-term variation? Just now I took the concept. The method of moving average is used to find trend by eliminating the effect of short-term components or variation. So the correct answer in the MCQ 10 is option D, students, method of moving average. The correct answer, students, in the 10th question is the option D, students, method of moving average. Then, students, section B. I think we have done all the questions except the 9th question. When is the method of moving average more useful to find trend? I told you this is a very typical VSQ from this topic. The method of moving average is used to find trend by eliminating the effect of short-term components. The short-term components are regular and repetitive in nature, and their time duration of oscillation can be known from past experience or by some techniques, and then by finding the suitable average, students, we can find the trend for the given time series. The answer is the first paragraph of the concept, students, or the topic method of moving average. This I suggest, students, you have to remember. Whenever we find trend by the method of moving average, the effect of short-term component is removed. And whatever trend we get, students, that is the final answer in the method of moving average. So, students, here we complete our section A and section B in total. Then in section C, students, state the merits of method of moving average to find to measure trend. Now we have discussed there are only, students, 2 merits in the method of moving average. The effect of short-term component is eliminated to a large extent using these averages, and we obtain trend of the given time series. The calculation is easy to understand as it is simple and less complicated. So I think this completes our section C also. There are no questions, students, pending in section C. So here we conclude our lecture. If you have any doubt in this sum, students, you can message me personally. I will contact you and I will help you to solve your doubts. In the next lecture, we are going to do 5 yearly or 5 monthly or 5 days moving averages, which is very simple. So in the next lecture, students, we are going to do 2 sums of 5 yearly moving averages and then 4 yearly, students, to conclude the exercise. So now we are left with very less sum, students. So please start solving these questions. If you have any doubt, we'll solve after you call me personally. Thank you, students.